Hello guys, so last time we left off I was having the underwater shelter. Um God, how many episodes am I on? I really forget what episode I'm on at some points. Um I've still been waiting to get people to play this game with. And like every time I've had a couple of my buddies say, "Oh yeah, I'll get the game, but they never get the game or they don't have plus, right? And I love this game. So I've been waiting for people to play this game like for so long. And same with Ark. It's one of the reasons I stopped playing my Ark series is because I just got kind of tired of uh, playing by myself, right? That's typically why I end up stop playing. If I stop playing a game, that's why. Like, I hope you know. Chances are, if I stop playing the game, it's because I don't want to play by myself anymore. This is the one exception I've been able to make throughout my time playing, right? By far, it's the one exception I can make. I love this game. I don't know when I'll see myself stopping. Alright, so we obviously just let's create. Oh, of course. It's like I go a certain point and I get glitched out into the surface. The thing is, I am making significant progress now. Okay, yeah, I've cleared out a lot of space. Alright. We have an underwater base now. Look at that. That's something though, ain't it? I've made it underwater now. Well, let's set things up. It's not like I have much of a view, to be honest. I mean, so let's put it right here instead, just in case I want to put something on the other side. A weapons rack, condensed carbon, got a large monitor. Don't know if I'll be able to place this because I'm in the middle. What is this? A ceiling panel? Like that? I don't know how it's supposed to go. Like, we're supposed to go like this? So you look at it like that? I don't really know. Neither of that makes sense to me. A wall unit. A fan. A wall screen. I feel like I haven't seen half this shit. Like a lot of this stuff is new, which probably is, but I mean, still, these chairs are definitely new. Which let's change the color of this. I don't know why I picked rust out of all of those, so don't ask. I don't know. It's only, I think, fair to have a blue light underwater. Like, we're gonna have a light down here, it should be blue. But, decals. So I have a lot of decals now. I've unlocked a lot of them since I've been working on stuff. Alright, well, we have somewhat of an underwater base. What we call this yet is still beyond me. Rename base. Jesus, I don't know. What's the capital of the Slowed? The Elder Scrolls Slowed. Googling it right now. And the reason I ask that is because they have underwater cities. I should look up Thras, not the Slowed, because Thras will give me the... It's like where they're from. Just give me a city. You know what? How about that? That's an island of it. This is the largest island of Thras. How about that? It's Agonio. So I'll be able to expand this. I think I'm gonna go down one. I'll probably see if I can keep going to the side here. I wanna eventually see if I can get to fishies here. You know, fishies would be cool to have. See? This is what I need right here. That size. Take out large chunks of rock before I get glitched out of here. I feel like I need, again, I feel like there's part of me that needs to be in first person. First person I feel like would do so much better in this kind of terrain. Yeah, there you go, got glitched out. It's only a matter of time every time, but you know what I should have grabbed too while I was at it? I probably should have grabbed stuff for a teleporter. Now that I think about it. I don't think I did grab anything near. I need ion battery. I need cobalt. Bro. Damn it! I came so close to being able to nail that. There's no way in hell I'm gonna be able to find something that can get me cobalt. Unless... Hey, I can grab this dihydrogen, I know exactly where to go. Cobalt can be found in caves, right? Well, conveniently, guess who lives in a damn cave now? Whoop. Ugh. So this technically... Damn it. This is unfortunate. See, this is actually made of, you know, things I can mine and be set. That's fine. So today was the first round of the second round of the playoffs. Boston won in OT. Last I checked, St. Louis was winning. I didn't check the final scores. They were up 3-2, which this year is like anyone's year. it's literally possible for, I feel like, any team to win the cup this year. Now that it's like the first year that all of the first seeds have been knocked out in the first round, that's ridiculous. Like that blows my mind a lot. Okay, so the base is over here. My ship's over here. Okay, well, we need cobalt, right? Unless I'm able to build a, I doubt I'll be able to be permanent. I need microprocessor. And I have so many microprocessors in my freighter. Not aboard a freighter. If I could only transfer them. Ah. Regardless, I have to leave, so I mean... That's where I'll end this video, I think. I know I haven't been going for that long, but I feel like after that I'll be like 5-10 minutes, so... But yeah, so I'm gonna check the St. Louis scores right now. I believe St. Louis won. I kind of hope. I have them winning the cup. Like I said, I think it was the last video I talked about it. St. Louis is one of my teams, so I mean... Ooh, hello. Hello. Alright, let's see. St. Louis won 3-2. Alright. Well, there's that. So, I don't know if I talked about it as much. So, I watched the Carolina series yesterday. And I've been following it ever since. Ever since, like, Carolina has been defying all odds and keeping Washington at bay. So that was an interesting series because, honestly, like, part of me did kind of want Washington to lose at one point because I wanted to see the upset, right? And I even had Washington going in my bracket, so it's not like I'm anti-Washington at all. I love OB, but Washington was playing so dirty. Like, honestly, it was tough to root for Washington in that series because of the things I was seeing. They were running at the goalie so much. Like, Mrazek, obviously being a Detroit fan, I know Mrazek, right? I felt bad for Mrazek because dude kept getting targeted hard. Like, I think there was a point in time where it was in overtime, it was like a 5-minute span. He got run over like a good, he got like a good 3 times, maybe 2 times. I think it was 2 times. 2 times he got just bulldozed from behind, and it was like he was in his own crease too. So it's just like, all right, what are you doing that for? Like, there's a, you know, there might be people who disagree with me, like, oh, that's hockey. That's hockey. No, it's not. That's not hockey. That's fucking cheap as fuck. I played hockey for a significant portion of my life, longer than I've been alive, actually, which is kind of crazy to me when I think about it. I played hockey longer than I'm alive, like more than half my life, right? Like, not more than I'm alive, like longer than like half the time I've been alive, right? So it's a significant part of my life. But that being said, like, there are things that are clean and not clean, and definitely bulldozing a goalie from behind is not clean, and it should have been called. But nevertheless, I remember watching that game. That game was intense. It was very intense. Both teams were putting up quite the fight, and then fucking Ovechkin just domed what's his name, Peter Mrazek, right in the face. Just took a clap bomb right to his face, and Mrazek went down hard. That looked like a really hard hit. His helmet fell off and they stopped the play. I don't know what's going on here. I'm just trying to go downstairs. But man, that looked bad. That looked painful. But you know, Mrazek recovered from it. I think it was at that point my roommates were all like, "Oh yeah, Carolina's done. There's no way Mrazek's recovering that." But Mrazek has been a very interesting player because obviously being in Detroit, we're like being a fan of Detroit when Mrazek was playing there. Mrazek was either very, very good or he was very inconsistent. He'd be really good and then just kind of shit the bed for a little bit. So, you know, Mrazek is a solid player. I will say he is a very solid goalie when he's got something behind him. It looks like he's doing very well in Carolina, and you know, good for him. You know, he obviously couldn't do that in Detroit, but you know, I'm happy he's able to get this kind of fresh start and move on from that. But man, he took that clap bomb pretty hard, and Carolina rallied around Mrazek, which is a good feeling, you know, to have your goalie get like just into it just as much as you guys are. But man, yeah, the refs weren't exactly calling stuff. They were definitely favoring Washington that game, and I only say that because of those uncalled goalie interferences. And then there was a time when it was so Nick Jensen, who ironically also played for the Wings at one point, this season at least. He flips the puck over the glass and doesn't get a penalty, which blew my mind because it was clearly a delay of game. Like when you flip the puck over the glass, that's what they are, the delayed games. Yet he didn't get a penalty. Yet I think that was in the first overtime, or was later on in that period, in the overtime, that someone on Carolina flipped the puck over the glass too, and then they got a delay of game, and that threw me off because I was like, how are you about to not call this one, but not the one that happened earlier today? So you know, you sit there and you think like, wow, this is going into Washington's favor, which good for Carolina for not just completely shitting the bed there. But you know what? It was cool to see the Hurricanes hold out, and Justin Williams, I know he hates the nickname Mr. Game 7 because dude's very good in Game 7. He has 15 points in Game 7s in his whole career, which is the most in the NHL, which is ridiculous. And got the assist. He shot the puck at the net and got the assist to Brock McGinn, and McGinn scored, and they beat Washington, which is crazy because, you know, Washington's obviously a very talented team. Both teams fought very hard to win that game, but man, that was an interesting series to see for sure. It was a lot of fun to watch. Any hockey, if you're a fan of hockey, that was a fun series to watch because both teams worked so hard to play to get what they wanted to achieve there. But it was fine. It went out. You know, Carolina wins, moves on. Whether you're a diehard hello, he's not talking to me. I thought he was going after me. Whether you're a diehard Carolina fan or you're a diehard Washington fan, I think it's fun to recognize that was a solid series. This has been a very upsetting, like, I don't want to say upsetting, but it was a series of upsets. This is what this has been, for sure. It's been nothing but upsets this season, and it's fantastic, in my opinion. I love every little bit of it. But yeah, it's been fantastic because all the first seeds get knocked out. Calgary got knocked out, which that surprised me. I had them beating Colorado, no problem, but Calgary got out. I had Vegas going on. I'm 3 for 8 right now in my teams. I ain't gonna call it here though, but yeah, I think I'm 3 for 8. I got all I got right during this series was St. Louis. Let me go for this and then call it. I got St. Louis, the Islanders, and I gotta like think of all the teams I predicted to go on. I don't even. Jeez, there is one more. I don't know why I'm getting so baffled. Because the Islanders beat Pittsburgh. What team did I have moving on? I don't know why this is so hard for me to think of right now. I wish you guys are here just to like name off teams like that were in the playoffs. I'm like, who. I had Dallas losing to Nashville. That surprised me. That was a series that surprised me by far. The Bruins. I don't know why that was so hard for me to think of. I got the Bruins right. I did have Boston moving on. So that one didn't shock me. I actually predicted that one pretty well. I thought it was going to go to Game 7 regardless. And obviously Boston won in Game 7. So I was right. I didn't get the goals right. Guessing the goals is hard. I don't know why they have you guess the goals. That's really difficult, I feel like. But, you know, I got the goals right. Or not the goals right, but I got the games right. I got the Game 7. So that was interesting to see. But other than that, though, solid series, solid playoff season. This has been a year of upsets. I love it. I love hockey. Just so unpredictable this year. You can't get annoyed for a series being unpredictable. There's nothing greater than that. Can't ask for more in a series, you know. I'm gonna see if I can use my teleporter. Get out of here. I'll transfer. You know, I'll actually end it when I go to my other base. When I go to Solitude. But yeah, you know, it's interesting. The series has been very good. Like the whole playoff this year. Just so many upsets. So many upsets. I can't handle it. I cannot. I love it. I love every little bit of it. It's very intense hockey. Competitive hockey. I'm hoping Colorado beats San Jose. And then I'll be content. Because I don't want any... I guess I should go out and say this. So obviously I have my favorite teams and I have my least favorite teams. And that consists of Toronto, San Jose, and it's about it. It's about it. It's the only two teams I really hold a grudge. Tampa Bay, even to an extent, I hold a little bit of a grudge against. And you got to think, like, Detroit being my number one team, all three of those teams have been a rivalry with Detroit at some point. Hence why they are my least favorite teams up there. So you know, there's a little bit of me that is resenting of it, but overall, like, I have nothing against the cities or anything like that. Don't think that way at all. But the teams, I do. Plus, there's the whole Babcock thing that happened with Detroit, with Toronto, which is still something most people, most fans are like, all right, like, screw you for bailing, but it's not something I guess I hold a grudge against. But I can't really hold a grudge against something like that. He wanted to go somewhere different. Can't criticize him for that. I guess he can, but I mean, yeah. It's not something too bad. But, you know, it's a good series. It's been a lot of fun to watch. I'm excited to see where things go next. Alright, I'm slowly unlocking more and more stuff too, which is nice. I don't know if my new base will be here. Yeah, it's fine. By far my favorite base. You don't ever have to worry about temperatures hurting you. It's a very calm planet. Nothing's wrong here. This planet's so peaceful. Can't get mad at this planet. Decorations, I guess. This. Could you actually store stuff in here? That would be the real badass thing, if you could actually store stuff in here. I don't know if you'll be able to. No, you can't. But that would have been the coolest part about that whole thing. Let's say if you really could store things in there, like, hell yeah! Like, I'd be storing everything in those. But yeah, I'm gonna call it. Been playing for a while now. I've been playing games for about 2.5 hours straight. right? And I played, I think I got of uh, 3 videos of Grand Ages and 3 of this one, right? So I've been playing a lot of stuff. But yeah, I'll see you guys around. This has been a lot of fun. As always, please like and subscribe for more. And I will see you all in the next video. I know I kept saying I would end it, but now I'm finally ending it. So we got the motorcycle over here now. But yeah, see you around. Peace.